वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी रावणचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रभुपाद जय शील प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, श्री गौर निताय की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण। So welcome everyone to this program with the blessings of senior. Would like to share today a story. All of us like stories, right? So just now we are singing like the pranam mantra of Srila Prabhupada. So same way, if you have observed on the altar downstairs, there are pictures of different acharyas. You have seen this below Rukmini Dwarkadish, you know. So there is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, right? So this is called as Guru Parampara. Means the knowledge which we receive from our spiritual master, teacher. He receives from his teacher. He receives from his teacher. All the way goes back to Krishna. And since Krishna is perfect, the knowledge which he tells is perfect. And since all these teachers, we call them acharyas, they repeat it, therefore what we receive end product is perfect. Otherwise, as humans, we have 4 defects, right? Tendency to cheat, tendency to commit mistake, tendency to get illusioned. And our senses are imperfect. But because we are receiving this knowledge from a perfect person, repeated in a perfect way, what we have is perfect knowledge today. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada, he named it as Bhagavad Gita as it is. Means as he heard from his teacher. So in this line of teachers, there has been a great acharya, we call it acharya, means a teacher who teaches by his example. His name was Srila Narottam Das Thakur. So his appearance day had been just last week. So today would like to share the story of Narottam Das Thakur and some lessons that we can learn from him. So Srila Narottam Das Thakur, he was born just after, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to close his pastimes, around 550 years back, in a village named as, Keturi. So this Keturi, currently it's in Bangladesh, close to India, right? So he was born, his father's name was Krishnananda and mother Krishnanand Dutt, and mother's name was Narayani. So his father was a landlord of a big district, like a county we can say, right? He was it's like a small king, right? In those days there used to be this system of zamindars they used to call. So basically he was owning the whole county, we can say Los Angeles County, things like that. So very rich, so it's a very rich family. So when he was born, he was very effulgent, naturally this when Lord or his associate appear, they have a particular bodily features. Just by seeing at them, we can feel something, different. So it is described that whoever used to see this baby Narottam, parent have named him, Narottam, they used to immediately feel like their all miseries have gone, feel relaxed. We also have some experience, right? We come in contact with someone and we say, he has very lot of good vibes, right? We feel little kind of, want to be with that person, right? So he had very, he was a reservoir of all good vibes, we can say, very blissful baby. And everybody used to be very happy, being around him. So as, the days were progressing, this small Narottam, so there is a ceremony wherein the baby is fed for first time the grains, So this astrologer was called and they mentioned that this personality is very special. He's not an ordinary kid, and they read from his horoscope. So this is also again a science actually. See, Vedas is it's like a manual, like we get a car or a phone or something, we get a manual along with it, right? It tells what all feature it has. So same way, as a human, how to deal with this world, so Vedic text, it is like that manual. So it not only speaks about spirituality, it also speaks about different necessities. It speaks about Ayurveda, how to deal with the medical science. It deals with Vastu Shastra, construction, related activities. It deals with metallurgy. Same way it deals with astrology also. That's a science wherein you can see, what is the major events lied in future. So this was tradition that when the baby was born, they were read the chart of this. So this astrologer said that this, it's very, great deity has appeared in your home. So they were very happy and they were trying to feed him a rice, the first grains, and he won't eat. You are just, sometimes kid you try to feed them and they just won't eat it. So he was not ready to eat. So everyone was very jubilant, but then suddenly they felt, what is the issue? Why this boy is not eating? So then this person said, okay, have you offered it to Lord? I said, no. So then they immediately offered that rice to Krishna, and then as soon as they brought that prasadam, immediately he starts eating, like gulping actually. So see, simple science that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that whatever you do, you offer it to me, so that then I give it as a prasadam. So I know after our discussion, there is a nice prasadam feast awaiting us. So what is different between ordinary food and this prasadam? The difference is the devotees, they cook it with love and devotion as an act of gratitude, and they offer it to Krishna. Because see, nobody can produce even a single grain. Anybody has a doubt on it? So we have food processing industry. We have not food generation industry. What this industry does is, they'll take the grains from ground and then they'll make a bread or pizza, whatever out of it. So they'll process, but the original grains, can a scientist manufacture grain? Any doubt on this? Who is giving the grains? His Mother Earth gives the grains, and Krishna says, I am the seed giving father. I empower mother to give the grains for nourishment of all the children. We all are God's children, including animals, right? So this shows, these devotees, by their act, they show that how we should become Krishna conscious. So it's daily activity. Every day we eat 3 times, maybe munch snacks few times, drink water 5-6 times, right? But this act can be made Krishna conscious by offering it. So it's very simple. Whatever we want to eat, just offer it before to Krishna and then accept it, and then we can see the difference, because we are recognizing the person who is actually behind what we are getting. It's like expressing our gratitude, right? This Narottam Das, from his childhood, he showed, we should eat only prasadam. We can eat a lot of prasadam, but it should be only, prasadam. We should offer it with love and devotion to Lord. Then he, kept on growing. So as a child, he was very fond of hearing about Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, for whatever, this is a secret, if you want to become attached to something, all we have to do is, you have to find a person who is attached to that particular activity and go and listen from him. For example, I want to be attached to, nature or national parks. Just find some fellow who is, who is into that, who keeps going on trekking and things like that. You just go, sit with him, and then he'll just speak out his heart, and it will be all about the national parks and how adventurous it is, right? So it all starts with hearing. So more faithfully we hear from someone, he transfers his attachment to you. And you take any walk of life, how people become drug addicts. They have associated with somebody who has taken drugs. Very simple. How people they get into the gambling or into stock trading. They have gone and associated with someone who is into that business. As simple as that, right? So same way, it works even positively. If you want to become a devotee, what you have to do? Just go and be with devotees. They'll make you devotee by default. Rather, it is contagious. Anything is contagious. So this Narottam Das has not heard about Lord Chaitanya. He has not met Lord Chaitanya or Lord Nityananda in person, but he had a privilege to associate with another great devotee. His name was Krishna Das, who used to stay in this Keturi Gram. So every day this Krishna Das used to come and he used to associate with, he used to speak about Lord Chaitanya to this Narottam. So what we are doing here, like Sunday coming, hearing kirtan, taking prasad, then you have austerity of listening to me for next half an hour. So by that, what's happening is that we are doing this association, active association. And Krishna, he personally promises that when we associate with his devotees, he will cleanse our heart of all the unwanted stuff. Pravishta karna randhrena dhamna svena saroruham dhunoti shamalam krishnam swantaksena. There's one more verse basically. So what it says is that when Krishna, through the sound vibration, enters into our heart, he himself cleans all the dust accumulated for years, impurities within our heart. of all the unwanted things, lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, and makes us free from that. Because unless we are free from them, we can't be happy. And all we do is we want to become happy, right? Anybody here wants to be miserable? No. But still misery comes. How many of us agree that misery comes to our life though we don't want it? Somebody wants misery? No, but still it comes, right? Why? Because we are not in our original constitutional position. We all were from spiritual world. Somehow we have come here. So, but the acharyas, are very merciful. They have given path how to go back to that, original happy state. So this Narottam Das Thakur, he associated with this Krishna Das and he developed attachment for Lord Chaitanya. And he wanted to go and, dedicate his life for serving Lord. But you just imagine, he was a prince. His father, mother, naturally they did not wanted him to just go. See, the funny thing about material opulence is, one who doesn't have, he wants it. If somebody is not a millionaire or billionaire, he wants to become millionaire or billionaire. One who is millionaire, he wants to increase it. So you see, they are keep working. It's not that we hardly see that somebody is a billionaire, he just retires and does something, what he likes. Very rarely, right? They want to acquire more, and even after having so much, they remain dissatisfied. But then they want others to follow their path. Say, no, misery loves company. So that was the case. So his parents, they did not wanted him to devote his life for completely, to Krishna consciousness or for welfare of others. But Narottam Das Thakur, at one point when he was, old enough, he gave his responsibilities to somebody else and he just left. So actually, this shows that these all acharyas, they teach by their example that just having a successful material life is not all in all. Because the problem is, even after say, you have very successful material life, when you die and take birth, you have to start from scratch. Right? Because as a spirit soul, we are eternal. If we don't perfect our life, then there is a law of lost thought. Bhagavad Gita explains that whatever we think at the time of death, we'll get next body, accordingly. And then once we get body again, birth, old age, disease, death, the miseries are there. So you see this cycle. So we want to be really happy. So we try a few things in this world, but then we get entangled. We have to again take another life. Again this cycle of birth, old age, disease, death. So acharyas, they exhibit from their life the way to break this cycle. So though Narottam Das Thakur was so rich, he just renounced everything. And he went to Vrindavan to associate with devotees. There's another nice story, once there was a big businessman. His name was Kailash. So this Kailash, he was very rich. He was taking care of his family nicely. So once Narad Muni came and he said, Narad Muni is another acharya in our system. It's another great teacher. So he said, oh Kailash, now everything is, you have everything. Now let's, come with me. I'll teach you this science of devotional service, knowledge about Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, knowledge about body, spirit, soul, God, our relationship with Him. He said, no, I'm too busy. My kids are, very small. I had to make them, I have to raise them. So he says, okay. So after a few years, again Narad Muni comes. Their kids were married. They had grandsons. So he said, Kailash, your kids are, well educated now. You please come with me now. He said, no, I have to take care of grandsons, and moreover, these kids, they make so many mistakes in business, my business is supposed to be 10 times bigger, but it is only 7 times bigger. So I need to keep guiding them. So I cannot come, So come after a few days. So Narad Muni says, fine. He comes after a few days, he comes again to his home. Now his sons were a little older. So he asks, hey, where is Kailash? They show a picture on a wall with a garland, Kailash is dead. No, he has gone. Oh, Narad Muni says, okay. But then when Narad Muni was going out, he saw a dog barking. And Narad Muni, being a spiritual personality, he could recognize that this Kailash, the soul who was in the body of Kailash, has gone into the body of dog now. So he spoke, of course, they have this mystic powers. He spoke with this dog. He said, hey, Kailash, what are you doing in dog's body? He said, no, these guys, they night, they do party, keep the door open and they sleep. Who will protect them? So I have to become a dog and, protect them. Narad Muni said, no, just don't worry, just come. He said, no, I have to protect them some other time. So, okay, so Narad Muni comes again few years after. So he doesn't see that dog now. Because Narad Muni is knowing that Kailash was dog. So then he sees one snake. Psst, psst, He could recognize. He said, hey, Narad Muni, hey, Kailash, you have gone to a snake's body. Psst, what should I do? Psst. These kids, the grandkids, they keep playing here and there. Nobody is taking care of them nicely. So I have to guard the whole property. Psst. So Narad Muni, what he does, he calls the kids and he said, hey, see, there is a snake. So now the kids don't know he was our, father or he's in another body, right? So they take a sticks and they kill him. And then when the soul is delivered, Narad Muni takes that soul and, delivers him. So this shows the futility of material world. That even if we are atop of material world, as a death, everything is taken away, and if we don't purify our heart within this process, we have lost one more chance. And depending on our attachments or aversions, we'll get some body in next life, and it may not be necessarily human. And then we have to again wait till the time we become human and get this chance. So we have got this rare opportunity to understand, who am I, who is God, what is my relationship with Him, and why am I suffering, and how I can get out of it. And it's very lucidly explained, in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam by Srila Prabhupada. The books are easily available. So we should take this to our heart. And that's why Narottam Das Thakur, therefore, though he had so much wealth, so much opulence, he just gave it. And he went walking to Vrindavan. That time there were no flights or trains, they had to walk through forest. But if we say that this is a very amazing science. If we want to go to some place, and if we go very fast, say for example, want to go to, say, here there is a new Vrindavan, Palace of Gold, right? You have seen? In West Virginia. Or for that matter, you take any place. Okay, let's say even Venus Beach. Okay, I want to go to Venus Beach. So I just take a car or Uber and then just go to Venus Beach. My body has reached it, but mind is, somewhere else only. And then when we come back after a few hours, mind, that time it reaches there. How many of us have this observation that we wanted to go to some place, and after coming back from that place, we start thinking about that place, right? Right? Because, the mind is not closely following with body, it's still somewhere lagging. But when these devotees used to walk some place, the mind reaches beforehand. Suppose when we walk on the Ratha Yatra day, the cart is going, then we are walking, so yes, now the cart is going further, we are what would be there at the festival site, which all programs would be there, what would be in the prasadam, so mind is ahead, so the absorption is more. So when this Narottam Das Thakur was walking all the way, he was constantly thinking about meeting devotees in Vrindavan, seeing different places. So when he reaches Mathura, and there he comes to know that few of the acharyas like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Kashishwar Pandit, Raghunath Das Goswami, they have already left the world. They were aged, they went back to spiritual world. So he was very much morose. And in that, sadness, he kind of, crying, he felt asleep. So all these acharyas, they come to his, in his dream, they give him a darshan. And they say that, don't worry, you go ahead there, you will find Lokanath Goswami, another devotee there. You take initiation from him and study under Jiva Goswami. This is another, these are all great acharyas in this, bhakti school. So, and one more things happen actually before this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before even this Narottam Thakur was born, he was going, there was a place called as Kanai Nakshala. So he was going along with the devotees there, chanting, dancing. So that time he sees towards this town of Keturi and he starts shouting, Narottam, Narottam, So nobody knew who Narottam was because there was no one around with that name. So they ask, who is this Narottam? So Lord Chaitanya says that my devotee is going to appear in this world, in this Keturi Gram. So, and then he says, there was a river named Padma river. He says he takes bath in there. And he says that when the Narottam Thakur will come and take bath here, he'll achieve this love of Godhead. So Lord Chaitanya has predicted this. So the appearance of great devotees and Lord himself, it's all mentioned. And why they come again and again? To perform these pastimes, to attract us that there is something much more beautiful, much more variegated place and a happy place where we all can go. So Narottam Das Thakur, fulfilling Lord's prophecy, he continues to Vrindavan, and then here he meets this, Lokanath Goswami and another great teacher, and he says, okay, can you please, initiate me? I want to become your disciple, a student. So he said, no, I am not, interested. I am not qualified, he says. You see, the another quality of devotee is that they don't, though they have that knowledge, they don't say that, it's my knowledge. Srila Prabhupada, he wrote so many books. He preached, so widely, sharing this Krishna Katha. But he never took a credit. He used to say is that I am like a postman. He said, my credit is I am not changing the letter. What I received, I am handing it over to you. And that is why this Krishna consciousness movement is successful. Because we have unadulterated message of coming from the Supreme Lord. And what is proof? We follow it, just try for a month, chanting this Hare Krishna, reading books. You will see your life, change for a betterment. This is guaranteed, There is no problem in this world for which solution is not present in Bhagavad Gita. So that is the beauty about this, teachers and this knowledge. So this Lokanath Goswami said, no, I am not qualified. But then this Narottam Das Thakur was very much wanted to be his student. So what he used to do is that in olden days, people used to answer nature's call in the nature, in the forest. So this Lokanath Goswami used to go to do his morning duties. So after he finished with that, Narottam Das Thakur used to go and clean that place. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadishyanti te dhyanam jnaninas darshinaha. That what is the method to realize the knowledge? That we find a teacher, we go, we serve him and ask questions. Krishna doesn't say you have to follow blindly. Whatever is there, you ask and get that clarified. So, this Narottam Das Thakur sincerely serves, this humbly to this Lokanath Goswami. And then Lokanath Goswami, when he used to go next day, everything is clean. So he used to wonder, what's happening. So one day he hides in the bushes and he watches him doing this menial service. So he says, hey Narottam, you are a prince. Why you are doing this? So he says, no, if I am not able to serve spiritual master, if I am not able to get initiation, my life is useless. So Lokanath Goswami was very much moved by his devotion and he initiates him. And then he asked him to study under Jiva Goswami. Along with, there were two more devotees, Srinivas Acharya and Ramchandra Kaviraj. So this shows, another lesson that if we want to achieve knowledge, we have to be submissive and humble. High head, doesn't get anything into it. Even if somebody wants to tell you something good, if you are not in that submissive mood, it's very difficult to, get that message. The problem is the ego is what prevents us from listening. But the intelligence, with our intelligence, we should tell our ego that, hey Baba, it's not good for me. Let me listen and benefit my own life. Because at the end of the day, by practicing this knowledge, who is going to get benefited? We ourselves. And then his proof is like, you just try following it for a month or so and you will see a great difference in it. Okay. So this Narottam Das Thakur, displayed this humility. He did not say, I am a prince, I have so much money, forget it, No, he humbly served. And then he continued, studying under Jiva Goswami with his friends. So here comes another a nice lesson, that though these three devotees were having their spiritual master different, together they were learning from another great devotee. So there is this relationship amongst equals. See, it's very easy to have relationship with somebody who is elder to us, because generally they always encourage us, right? And we seek guidance from them. It is very easy to have relationship with somebody a junior to us, because the juniors always they glorify us. You are so nice, you are so this, that, and we like that. But it's very difficult to have a relationship with equals, because there where the competitive mentality comes. Easy going, ahead of me, easy going, doing something more nice than me, right? So this again, Narottam Das Thakur, he showed through this example how that there was no competition. It is said that competition is a fuel to the engine of envy. No? Competition is a fuel to the engine of envy. How envy starts? When we start competing. Any matter for that matter, in our jobs, in family, among spouses. I know one person I was talking, he said, I said, how things are going in life. He said, all nice, but he said, I'm not, I don't get why my wife is always happy than me. I said, you should be happy, your wife is happy. He said, no, but why she's more happy than me? I should be more happy. You see, that competitive spirit. So, and the envy is the root cause actually. We are in this material world. So, and that comes out of insecurity. Somebody else is having more than me. But when we understand that I am an eternal spirit soul, I have a unique relationship with Krishna, and I have a unique position in spiritual world which nobody else in this universe can fulfill. And Krishna is waiting for me for that particular, position. I should go and serve him in that particular way. Then there is no question of envy. So, this devotees, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya and Ramchandra Kaviraj, they showed by their example, they used to glorify more than, no, you are more advanced than me, you are more advanced than me, like that. So, they used to genuinely feel that way. So, that was so thick friendship they had. So, these acharyas show by their example that how to even, advance with equals. And these lessons are universal, not only in spiritual life, but even in material life. We can see in jobs and everything, we see there is so much, politics and cutthroat competition, goes on. Why? This is the reason that they are not able to appreciate, equals. So then Narottam Das Thakur, they study under Jiva Goswami, and then they were told to take the books of these acharyas, go to Bengal and preach this message. So all this all these devotees, they go, but during their course of journey, these books, they get stolen. So then the Srinivas Acharya, he stays back. He says that I'll find these books. You all go ahead. So this Narottam Das Thakur, and Ramchandra Kaviraj, they go further in Bengal and they preach this Krishna conscious literature message. They teach this. And this Narottam Das Thakur is very he was very fond of kirtans, and he developed a unique style of singing kirtans actually in Bengal, in a particular tune, melody. So very popular. Actually, I wanted to sing one Vaishnava song. Somehow I could not get this working. But there are many famous songs, like, many times we sing this Hari Haraya Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. So that was sung by, written by Narottam Das Thakur, and very happily everybody used to sing that. So he once, after Lord Chaitanya has disappeared, they wanted to celebrate Gaur Purnima festival first time, and they wanted to kind of direct how this whole moment of Lord Chaitanya is going to go further. So Narottam Das Thakur, he arranged the festival in Keturi Gram, where all the senior devotees that time present, Janava Mataji, who was wife of Nityanand Prabhu, and whoever present physically that time, everybody appeared, and they all unanimously agreed that we'll take this further course of Gaudiya Vaishnavism based on the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami. And that's how everybody started sharing with others. So it was very grand festival. This Narottam Das Thakur, he wrote two books. One is Prarthana and another is Prema Bhakti Chandrika. So these are Vaishnava songs. So they not only depict, so some Vaishnava songs, they talk about this Prarthana. It talks about how we should pray to Lord. And then the another book, it talks about the different pastimes happening in the spiritual world. So once somebody had asked, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how much it will take to go back to, to get this love of Godhead. So, and then there was another Vaishnava, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He said it will take 50 anna, So basically anna is currency, it's like cents. So he said in 50 cents, you can get love of Godhead. So everybody was shocked. How come? So they said that this two books, they had printed it, this Prema Bhakti Chandrika and Prarthana, and it was costing 50 cents, that time. They said, you just take these books, and if you understand these books, you will go back to spiritual world. You will break this cycle of birth and death once and for all. This is so powerful, so much powerful teaching this, books has. So, how many of us have phones with us now? Mobile phones with internet. Can you search one song? We'll just sing and we'll stop with that. So you search in Google Hari Haraya Namaha. So you'll see that there is KK songs. Hari Haraya Namaha, Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari H-A-R-I space H-A-R-A-Y-E H-A-R-A-Y-E Hari Haraya Namaha N-A-M-A-H. You got? So I'll just read the translation and then we'll sing. It says, Hari, obeisances to Lord Hari, unto Krishna, and Yadava, obeisances to the Lord of Yadus, Madhava, Keshava, Gopal, Govinda, Rama, O vanquisher of Madhu, Giridhari, Lord of Gopis, bewilderer of Cupid, Sri Chaitanya, Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Hari, Gaura, Guru, Vaishnava, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. All glories to Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, to Sri Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. I bow to the feet of these 6 Goswamis. By their grace, our obstacles can be destroyed and all desires are fulfilled. I am the servant of these 6 Goswamis. The dust of their lotus feet is my 5-fold subsistence. To be the servant of their lotus feet and to reside in the company of devotees, this is my aspiration birth after birth. When these 6 Goswamis lived in Vraja, they revealed the eternal pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna. In ecstasy, sing the name of Lord Hari, and worship Vrindavan, joyfully fixing your mind upon the lotus feet of bona fide spiritual master and the pure devotees. The lotus feet of my Guru and the Vaishnavas are my aspiration. Narottam Das thus sings Harinam Sankirtan. No? So, I don't know how many of us have this on phone. You could find it? Yes, one, two. Should we sing it? Yes? Yes? Okay. Can I get Mridanga? Param Kishore Prabhu? Mridanga? Yeah. Okay. So to summarize, we, we'll sing this and we'll end. Before that, I'll just quickly summarize. We saw that Narottam Das Thakur's life journey and few teachings, like how, as a baby he taught we should eat only prasad. Can you show him how to search? Yeah, please. Yeah. And then we saw that how he got, thank you, bro. Yeah, he got to know about Lord Chaitanya by associating with devotees. So, association is very important. Eating Krishna Prasad, very important. Then he gave up all the material opulences to go to Vrindavan. This shows actually material opulences won't help us. We saw the story of Kailash, born again with no gain. So, it's not that we have to leave material opulences, but at the same time we have to cultivate Krishna consciousness. So, we don't have to leave everything home and go to Vrindavan, but we have to make sure that we bring Krishna to our life. We don't have to give up anything, bring Krishna to our life. And then we saw that how the humble service attitude of Narottam Das Thakur towards Loknath Goswami has attracted his mercy. And then we saw the relationship amongst the equals, how they had very nice relationship, and all of these devotees, Ramachandra Kaviraj, Srinivas Thakur and Narottam Das Thakur, they further the moment of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so we'll sing this. Okay, try to repeat after me. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Riyaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Raya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha, Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana, Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana, Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana, Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana, Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita, Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita, Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita, Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Rup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath, Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath, Ye Chai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana, Chai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana, Yaha hoite Vigna Nash Abhishta Purana, Ye Chai Gosai Jar Muitar Das, Chai Gosai Jar Muitar Das, Tasa Bara Pada Renu Mora Panchagras, Tandera Charana Se Bhakta Se Nivas, Charana Se Bhakta Se Nivas, Janame Janame Hoi Ye Abhilash, Ye Chai Gosai Jabe Braje Kailavas, Chai Gosai Jabe Braje Kailavas, Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Karila Prakash, आनंदे बोलो हरि भज वृंदावन, बोलो हरि। श्री गुरु वैष्णव पद माझा मन, श्री गुरु वैष्णव पाद पद्म कोरियाश, वैष्णव पाद पद्म कोरिया। नाम संकीर्तन कहे नरोत्तम दास, नाम संकीर्तन कहे नरोत्तम दास। हरिहराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः, हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः, यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः, यादवाय माधवाय केशवाय नमः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, शील नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर की, शील प्रभुपाद की। Thank you all very much. Any questions, comments? We can discuss in person. Okay, we'll have prasadam now. So next door there is a nice prasadam waiting. Thank you. See you next week. Hare Krishna. Before that also, if possible, please come here.